Metaphysical World with Vicki Anderson of VickiAnderson.net.
And I'm Robert Vecchio of PracticalMagic2.com.
And today we're going to talk about Feng Shui. Actually, my Feng Shui website is fengshuimoon.com, and Feng Shui is spelled F-E-N-G-S-H-U-I, and no, it's not Feng Shui, it's Feng Shui. People try to convince me it's Feng Shui, but it's not. So we thought that we would start with a simple little Feng Shui quiz. I'm going to ask Robert these questions, and he's going to answer them properly.
Okay, I'm ready.
But you should think of your home or your office when we're asking these questions and see how your environment really is. You may know the correct answer, but you should really use this test to actually see what your environment is all about. Okay? So now that I can see, I'll put on my glasses. Okay, Robert. The TV in my house is the main focal point in the living or family room, in my bedroom, discreetly hidden, in my bedroom in full view, or tucked into a corner in the living or family room.
I know you're not supposed to have the TV in your bedroom.
That's correct.
I know if you do, you're supposed to shut it at night before you go to bed.
And cover it.
And cover
Yes.
it with some kind of cloth. So I'm
Yes.
going to say tucked away in the corner in your living room area, did you say?
Ding, ding, ding! You're correct.
1 point. Bing!
The next question is, when reviewing the art on my walls, I'd say it is full of symbols that I do not wish to associate myself with, such as a single girl or single boy, because I am looking for love and do not wish to be single. It is a true reflection of things and people that are important to me and who I want to be. There isn't much of it, but what's there I love. And it's left over from the last tenant or just something I stuck up haphazardly.
Oh boy. I know. Okay. I know the answer is the true reflection of what of the people I love
And absolutely, of the things and people that are important to me and who I want to be in life. Absolutely.
And any artwork can add any color you want to a specific room.
That's right. And what I always say is, every room needs every color in some way. So if you put up a picture of flowers or a garden with a lot of colors, you got that, that's an easy way to do that. Okay. The plants in my house, and a lot of people have a lot of plants, I have a few, but they are mostly placed in one room or area of the house. I only have one or two that I've managed to keep alive. There are no plants in my house and are plentiful and doing pretty well.
In a perfect world, they're plentiful and doing well, but I only have a bamboo thing over my fireplace.
Okay.
So.
That should be on your toilet bowl, right?
I can't have it on my toilet bowl when you have a year-old puppy who keeps trying to knock it down.
Okay. The chair.
But you did tell me I could put it on my fireplace.
You could, but
Okay.
it's remember that water is money in Feng Shui.
Okay.
So everybody should know, especially men, that if you leave the toilet lid open and you flush the toilet, you're flushing money down the drain. So you always have to shut the toilet lid. And a lot of times if you have a shower, you want the curtains drawn or the doors closed.
Yeah.
So that your intent is you don't constantly want the water or the money going down the drain.
Maybe I'll have to move it back to my toilet bowl.
Yeah, try it. He's a year-old now. She should...
And it also helps that I keep the bathroom door shut.
Yes,
Yeah.
which you're supposed to anyway. The chair I sit in for work has no arms or back and wobbles. These are so silly. Has arms and a tall back. Has a back but no arms. Has no arms or back.
Like the chair I'm sitting in now has arms and a tall back.
Right. So it supports you.
Yes. So you can sit up straight.
That's right. I better sit up straight. In my office, my back is to the office or cubicle door when I am sitting at my desk. I can see the door as I sit at my desk, but I am not in line with it. The door to my office is to my side when I'm at my desk. Or my desk is in line with the door or hall as if I'm a pin at the end of the bowling alley lane.
Your desk is not. Your desk is in line. No.
It's not in line with the door.
It's not in line with the door.
But you can
see the door. Yeah.
Now the commanding position of every room is that you're usually diagonally across from the door and you can see the whole room from your position. You never want your back towards the door or towards a window, especially a bed or a chair. Okay?
In the room we're in now, I can see the whole room.
That's right. So we're in the commanding position.
Yes, we are.
Good for us. My bed has a headboard with a window above it. As mine really does. Has a headboard with a window above it. Has no headboard, with the window above it. Has a sturdy headboard and is up against the solid wall. And has no headboard and is up against the solid wall.
Like you always told me, you need to have a headboard, so mine has a sturdy headboard up against a sturdy wall.
Right. And you are correct.
Oh, I am, and that's how my bed is, but there's also a window to the side of my room.
Well, that's okay. I mean, I have small windows above my room, above my bed, but when I sleep, they're drawn, which is okay. Okay. My front door is hard to see because of all the plants and stuff in front of it outside. Never gets used. Is clean and inviting from the street, or is used but is dusty and a little squeaky.
Clean and inviting from the street is the
Perfect.
final answer.
That's right, and you are correct. My stove, I have to think of your stove, has 4 working burners and is usually clean, is placed such that when I cook, my back is to the door, has at least 1 burner broken and is usually greasy, or has more than 4 working burners and I can see the kitchen door when cooking.
Well, if anyone knows me, they can tell you I don't even go near the stove.
But if you did...
But it has more than 4 working burners, and it's the last one that...
So you could see the kitchen door. Most homes in America, about 90%, I believe it's around 90%, the way they have the kitchen set up is the stove is against the wall and the doors are always behind you. So what you have to do is get a little bagua mirror. You can buy one of these in Robert's store, practicalmagic2.com. And you can actually put this right behind the wall of the stove, and the intent is you're seeing behind you, so nobody can sneak up on you, and you won't get any surprises.
I also have little ones that are shaped just like this without this red around it that you could put also in the back.
I like that too. But on the stove, I would recommend as big as you can, that space can have, because your intent is you have to amplify all the burners.
Now, can you put it above the stove, or do you have to put it on the stove?
No, well, actually, if you have a gas burner, I actually use those plain ones behind the burners and leaning up against the wall at the back of the stove. But you can also, if you can't do that, you can just hang this on the wall behind the stove. Yeah. Or, if you can't even put a bagua mirror, it could be any mirror that you like, but it has to be one piece.
Okay.
Because in feng shui, if you have all these different pieces, you are like cutting up everything. You have a piece of this, a piece of that. So you have to see your whole face. You have to see your whole,
Maybe I'll put up a mirror.
Yeah.
Right above it.
And find out which area the house is in so that you know what shape to get.
It is, if you walk in, it is to your right. Yeah.
So it's the helpful people area? So that would be circle.
It's kind of in children also.
Oh, well they're both circle.
Yeah, okay, circle.
So nice circle, nice round one.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, and we'll continue with our wonderful test here. We only have 2 more, so that's okay.
God.
The closest description for my bedroom would be my favorite and most nurturing place in the world, a very efficient place to get ready for the day, the place where I do more work and working out than sleeping, and an extension of my closet filled to the brim with stuff.
I don't know about the working out part, but it was your first answer. A nurturing place.
Favorite and most nurturing place in the world. Absolutely correct. Now this is a tricky one. My bathroom is best described as dark and moldy, bright and cheery, neat and organized, and dusty and filled with clutter.
In a perfect world, Vicky, it would be bright and cheery and neat and organized.
Absolutely. So there's 2 correct answers for that. So I wonder how you did with your test. So if anything that you, your answers were not correct, you may want to look into those areas and maybe change something, because that really will help you. And I do want to say that the most important thing in feng shui that I find is if you declutter your house, your apartment, your room, your office, your desk, basically, if you declutter, you actually feng shui your house about 50%. Clutter makes energy stuck. It causes procrastination. It causes worry. You never get anything done. Your goals and objectives, your projects, they're always unfinished. And you really want, clean up as you go along if you can. And in feng shui, we do things in 9-minute increments. So if somebody said, if you said, I'm going to clean my basement this weekend, and if a friend called you up, what are you going to do?
I'm going to go out with the friend.
That's
the
right.
basement can wait.
That's right. So in feng shui, if you do something for 9 minutes, 18 minutes, 27 minutes, etc., and you can actually set an alarm or, just a little buzzer or something, what you do is you can clean out a drawer in 9 minutes. What I actually did was take junk drawers, and I had a garbage can next to me, watched TV, had the junk drawer, and every night I did one drawer in 9 minutes, and in a month I had all my drawers done.
I like to do that with boxes.
Yeah, absolutely. Boxes as well. And you can take 1 box a day, and it doesn't take that much time, but after a month or 2 months, everything's done.
But my problem is when I go through a box, I'm like, oh, but I need this, I need this, I need this. I don't really.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. What you can do is you can put other boxes, things I'll look at in 6 months from now, things I absolutely need, things that are going to friends, things that are going to charities, and then you're filling up those boxes. Mm-hmm. And basically what happens is then you can give the junk to charity, not the junk. The stuff that you feel is now junk. Remember?
You heard it here first.
One person's junk is another person's treasure.
Yeah.
We say that all the time at our lake flea market. Yeah. But basically, and paperwork, of course, we all have so much paperwork. So you can either separate it by bills that have to be paid this month, or, the worst thing that there is magazines and newspapers. After a while, I had a pile. I said, my brother gives me my dad People magazine, and then I get it. There's great articles in there, and they kept getting bigger. So what you actually can do is you can bring these magazines with you when you go to the doctors and you're in the waiting room, so you're reading your own magazines, and then I cut off my address, and then just leave it in his office for somebody else.
Okay.
You can swap magazines with friends. Mm-hmm. I keep them in the car. If you're stuck in traffic, I can, you have some time to look at them. But the easiest thing to do is cut out the article, put it in a folder. You probably don't want to see the whole magazine. Mm-hmm. You're only interested in some things.
I used to have a subscription to Entertainment Weekly. I had 5 years worth of magazines we were supposed to move far away. And I said, you know what? I put them all in recyclables.
Absolutely.
And gave them all away.
Absolutely.
Now if I can only go through my 3 storage units, that would be nice.
Well, but the thing is, they actually say in feng shui that if you have a storage unit, you have too much stuff. Because it should be, well, come on, 3 storage units you have? Come on, Robert. When was the last time you went through that stuff?
About 10 years ago.
And you're still paying?
No, I have one that was, circumstances, so yeah.
No, but still, you should have stuff that fits into your home.
Yeah.
And if your clothes don't fit into your closets or your drawers, you have too much clothes. You have too many clothes. So the thing is that you pare down, you get rid of things you don't need, you don't like, you don't want anymore, and you have to start going through it. You just have to start going through it. So that's our beginning feng shui
That's our part 1
lecture, and we just want to say thank you for tuning in.
And we'll see you in a few.
And just remember, no matter where you go in life,
you're at practicalmagic2.com.
there you are.